Greetings and welcome back to the Galley of the Sun. So this is going to be our fourth empanada episode. We made one where we used a filling of ground beef, more of a traditional Argentine style. We did another one called Party Empanadas, which included a Seattle style dog empanada. Both of those were absolutely amazing. The other one had marinated chicken and a cream cheese mixture that was out of this world. And the last one, a short Frito crusted chili dog empanadas. A fantastic snack for when you're watching the game. So today we're going back to empanadas again. Why? A couple reasons. First of all, they're freaking delicious. Second of all, the possibilities are endless with what you can do with an empanada. Empanadas originally came from Spain, brought by the Spaniards to Central and South America. So there's all sorts of variations and twists on it, all the way from Europe through Central and South America. Every country and every region seems to have their different take on it. And hell, if I got time, I'm going to explore them all. So today we're doing chicken empanadas. So what I did to prepare for this was last night I got some chicken thighs, about 2 pounds worth, and all of the amounts and the descriptions, or in the instructions, are down in the description below. 2 pounds worth of skin-on, bone-in chicken thighs, and I put them in a Sweetwater Spice Company brine, trace chilies. I think almost any of them would be fantastic, but wanted a little bit more of that, Mexican, Latin flavor in there, so I got the trace chilies. So the first thing we're gonna do is get these things browned up. Let's get to going. All right, so I got me a skillet over here on my stove on medium-high heat. Gonna put in a couple tablespoons of veggie oil and wait for that to shimmer. Okay, so starting to get that shimmer on the oil. Now what we're gonna do is brown our chicken just about 3 minutes on each side. We're not gonna get them all the way done, but we're gonna get a little bit of color on them. Now these steps here, making the filling, can be done days ahead of time. Really, the labor-intensive part of this is stuffing the empanadas, which you can also do ahead of time if you need. It's a fantastic thing to take over to somebody's house. You make your filling at your house, you get the empanadas all stuffed and sealed, and then all you need over there is a fryer. Now, empanadas can be fried or baked. We also, on that first video we did, we tested out some in the air fryer. So if you do want to get away from the oil, it will work. However, there's a bit of a price to pay. The difference in flavor, the texture between empanadas cooked in a deep fat fryer and air fried or baked, to me, is very large. So you may be asking yourself, okay, I know what empanadas are. That filling is going to go inside a shell. Why the hell are they using skin-on, bone-in chicken? Well, you can use boneless, skinless if you wish. You can use some shredded rotisserie chicken, but you'll pay a price. Why we're doing this is because between the skin and that chicken meat, there's a glorious layer of fat there, and that's rendering out right now. I'm going to use that delicious flavor when I go ahead and saute the vegetables for this. So, though it's an extra step, and I'm going to have to let these cool and then shred them later, I get that glorious rendered chicken fat and the flavor that it imparts into the vegetables, which is priceless. All right, it's been 3 minutes on each side for the chicken, so the chicken comes out and we set it aside. And yeah, it's not totally cooked. No, it's not crispy, but as I said, we have rendered a lot of that fat. So now we're going to take advantage of it by adding our onions and our peppers to that. We're going to cook these until they get soft and translucent. So I'm liking the looks of the onions and peppers. It's time to add some more ingredients. So in goes the green olives. I've got about a quarter cup of minced green olives here. So in some regions of Argentina, it is tradition to put one green olive into each empanada. And when we made that first video about empanadas, we did that. And we decided, wow, we like that taste. It would be great if every bite had that olive in it. So that's why we're going with diced this time. Also adding garlic. Some smoked paprika. And 3 bay leaves. We're going to mix that all, oh my God, that smell. Oh, we're going to mix all that in, let it get all melded together for about a minute, and then we're going to add our liquids. And our liquids are, I got a half cup here of chicken stock, and we're going to add a half a cup of a dry white wine. We keep these specifically for cooking. It is stuff we drink, but the girls aren't going to grab a small bottle like this. They like the big ones, right? So this is for my cooking. Remember, if you're cooking with wine or any kind of alcohol, don't cook with something that you wouldn't drink. Heck, there's only a little bit left. We'll throw that in too. Can't have too much wine. Okay, we'll give things a quick stir here. Ooh. The aroma in the kitchen changed again. Oh my God, that's incredible. They keep getting better. All right, and we're gonna put our chicken thighs back in there, get them all nestled in. All right. Now we're gonna cover that, turn the heat down just a little bit, and let that simmer for about 10 minutes. Then I'm gonna come back, I'm going to flip my chicken over and let it go for another 10 minutes. We'll see you after those. So the chicken has been simmering for 10 minutes on one side, and then we flipped it 10 minutes on the other side. Those 20 minutes are up. Now I'm going to remove the lid. We're going to remove the chicken so we can let it cool and get it shredded and then added back to this mixture. And then for the rest of this, we're going to give it another good stir, and then we're going to let it simmer for about 10 minutes uncovered to cook off some of that liquid. A lot of it's going to be absorbed by the meat once we put that chicken back there. But we don't want our filling for our empanadas to be too liquidy. So as I bring my chicken back over here to cool, you see I have a bunch of stuff out. That's because I'm about to do a short video on some cumin spiked pinto bean dip. Now, the recipe that I'm using calls for vegetable broth. I went out and found these. We always use Better Than Bouillon for our chicken and beef broth. They came out with some new stuff. One of them is smoky chipotle. And I thought to myself, oh God, that would be good in some recipes. So that's what we're going to use in that short video. Make sure you look forward to it and watch it. But I'll tell you, once I made the broth, oh, the smoky chipotle aroma that's coming off of there, it's going to be fantastic. So, not sponsored again, but if I were you and you love chipotles and you love cooking Mexican and Latin food, you might want to find some of this. Okay, so I got the chicken cooled down, got it de-skinned and deboned. And you'll notice at the beginning too, I didn't trim those chicken thighs at all. If they had extra fat on it, I'm fine with that because that's going to be more flavor into the rest of the filling. So, took the chicken, shredded it, got it into small pieces to fit our empanadas. Now that goes into a bowl. And all the wonderful juices that came off of it. And our onion and pepper and garlic mixture. First of all, get rid of the 3 bay leaves. Always remember how many bay leaves you put in there. 1, 2, 3, good to go. Now this mixture goes in with our chicken. going to give it a good stir. We're going to let it cool for about 10 minutes, and then it goes into the refrigerator. As I said, you can do this the day before, and a lot of people prefer to. They think the flavor gets more intense. I'm about 5 hours away from dinner time. So we're going to get these mixed up here, cooled off, and shucked in the refrigerator. Our next step will be putting the empanadas together. We'll see you then. It is time to start building some empanadas. Like the filling step, this can be done days ahead of time, or weeks, or months. You can take them, once we have these sealed, chuck them in the freezer, and then you got your packages in there whenever you're ready to have some delicious empanadas. So let's get these put together. I have my empanada wrapper out here. Did a lot of research. Yeah, you can make your own empanada wrappers, but most people that I looked at didn't. But they all had one thing in common. They swore by the Goya brand. So that's what we got. So we're going to get a good-sized spoonful of our filling in the middle here. Get a little bit of egg wash all the way around the perimeter. So yeah, that 4th grade geometry comes in handy. Then we're going to fold that over. Now, there's a lot of ways to do this next step. A lot of people like to do the twisty thing where they take the corner, fold it in, and it makes another corner, and they fold that in and go all the way around. I like the fork method. It's the easiest to me. I'm a simple man. We're just going to take those edges now and crimp them all the way around. Moving ahead of us, we're pushing the filling back. And voila, we have an empanada. So, for the next 20 or 30 minutes, that's what I'm going to be doing. We'll see you when we're ready to cook them. That filling ended up making us 36 empanadas. We were using the 5-inch shell. There's also a larger shell out there, 7.5. So, yeah, the director's hungry. I got to get these cooking. So, deep fryer. If you're not using a deep fryer, get your oil up to about 375 degrees because we don't want it to dip much below 350 as we're cooking. And in my experience, it takes about 3 minutes to get them done. All right. You're on camera, by the way. Tell them how it is.
Very good. Hot. Crispy on the outside, flavorful on the inside.
Hey, so we've made the director happy. We have succeeded. I hope you enjoyed what you saw today. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, never miss an episode. Hit the bell, get notifications. Hey, thank you so much for joining us today. And until we see you next time, fair winds and following seas.